Hi, we're the Marenzies.
We're an Aussie husband and wife duo on the adventure of a lifetime. We just went on back-to-back cruises of Northern Europe on the MSC Preziosa, and we're sharing with you what we got up to on our day trips. Today, it's Amsterdam. Join us as we uncover hidden gems and must-see sights on a walking tour through the city. Perfect if you're visiting on a day in port. We first made our way from port in Rotterdam to Amsterdam by public transport. We started by catching the metro to the grand and modern Rotterdam Central Station. We needed a little help with buying our tickets, but in no time we were ready to catch the train. We loved looking out the window and seeing windmills as we zoomed through the Dutch countryside. The train trip was about 35 minutes. We arrived at Amsterdam Central Station, a very beautiful neo-Renaissance building with Gothic and Renaissance revival elements. There are two towers. The one on the right is a clock, while the one on the left is a wind dial, crucial information for shipping and trade, as Amsterdam has always been a major port city. We booked a walking tour for our day trip to Amsterdam. All the details and links are in the description below, so check it out. Our meeting place was out the front of St. Nicholas Basilica. From there, we strolled down the Damrak and learnt about Amsterdam's iconic tall, narrow houses. They lean forward on purpose. In the past, residents used hooks and pulleys to haul furniture up the outside, avoiding steep, narrow staircases. We wandered through the streets and stopped by a canal, where our guide shared the history of the Protestant Reformation. He pointed out a house hiding a secret Catholic church in its attic, Our Lord in the Attic. It once held 150 worshippers, and today you can explore its preserved altar, paintings, and pews. As we walked through Chinatown, we learned the differences between coffee shops and cafes. At the end is the Newmarket Square and an old city gate called the Waag. In the early 17th century, live dissections were held for education purposes in one of the towers. There is a museum and a restaurant located inside. Although tour groups are banned from the red light district, we learned about its 14th century origins tied to Amsterdam's maritime trade. Women rent windows to attract passers-by, but remember, no photos or videos of the ladies are allowed. Plans are now underway to relocate the district to a new erotic centre, aiming to improve safety and shift the area toward a cultural focus. Further down the road is Amsterdam's Jewish Quarter, which holds deep World War II significance. Once a thriving community, it suffered greatly during the Nazi occupation, with thousands deported to camps. During the Hunger Winter, Amsterdam faced severe food shortages and extreme cold. Many buildings in the area were looted, vandalized, and demolished by desperate residents to obtain wood for fuel. Across the water, you can see what the Jewish Quarter would have looked like today had this tragic time in history not occurred. If you're interested in World War II history, then make sure you visit the home of Anne Frank, the hiding place where Anne and her family lived in secrecy during World War II. It's now a museum dedicated to her life and diary. Visitors can explore the annex, learn about Anne's story, and reflect on the consequences of war. Our tour guide took us to a bridge known as Monet's Bridge, as the famous painter depicted this beautiful scene in one of his paintings. We walked together towards the former headquarters of the Dutch East India Company, who sailed to Australia by accident, which is why it was called New Holland for a time. We ended the tour at Dam Square and the Palace, which is currently closed for maintenance. Before heading back to Rotterdam, we decided to return to the Waag and have some snacks. The vibes were immaculate, with big candle chandeliers and long wooden tables. We felt like we were in a tavern in the 17th century. We ordered the house beer as well as a plate of Amsterdam fries.
It was good. Delicious.
Yeah. Very zesty.
Very zesty. I'm curious.
Try some zest.
And Bitterballen, a classic Dutch snack. Crispy, deep-fried balls filled with a creamy beef ragu. They're traditionally served with mustard and are a must-try at any Amsterdam cafe or bar. Just like that, our time in Amsterdam was up. We hopped back on the train to make it back to Rotterdam in time to board the ship. In just one day, we explored secret churches, historic bridges, local taverns, and tasted some classic Dutch snacks. discovering hidden gems you might miss on a typical tour. Amsterdam is packed with history, culture, and unforgettable sights, and doing a free walking tour is the perfect way to get a real feel for the city, especially if you only have a day in port. If you have any questions or tips to share, drop them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our other videos. Thanks for watching. We hope this helped with your Amsterdam plans. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone heading to Amsterdam. See you in the next one. A bientôt!